We're at Spirit of the Swanee Festival campground. It's Saturday. We got here last night. Here we are. It's a huge campground. We've been here before when we had to escape hurricane, I think it was Irma, like in 2017 or 18. And we're heading from here to Georgia, South Carolina border. It's a Army engineered campground we're heading to. Raysville, I believe it's called. It's near Elijah State Park and Mistletoe State Park. So I'm gonna check that out, stay a night there, and then from there we'll head to Virginia, where my parents are. And then eventually will then lead into Harper's Ferry. We're going to do 2 days in Gettysburg, a full day in Harper's Ferry, hang out at the campground. We're going to see Luray Caverns on the way to Harper's Ferry. But we walked around, checked it out. I'm sure in the full hookup areas, there's a lot more campers. There's Kevin and Cindy, and then we're right over there. And yesterday was pretty eventful. Like I said, we left our house, met up with Kevin. It was probably like around 9. Hit our first rest stop somewhere on 75, not that far away. We stopped in, took the dog for a walk, did your normal rest stop stuff, and then his truck wouldn't start. So fortunately we had jumper cables. Well, someone there had jumper cables. Neither one of us had. So we got him a jump. We got to a Walmart, got him a new battery. We both got sets of jumper cables. I think the campground, it's nice. It's peaceful. It's quiet. Again, during festivals, that's I'm sure a whole different story. They have, obviously they have a camp store. They have laundry facility. I think Anna read it sits on 800 acres. So there's a lot. There's an 18-hole frisbee disc golf thing here. Yeah. It's huge. Center's over there. Yep. So tender's over there. Well, we'll be leaving here around 9ish. And to the next camp spot.
Oh god, no. Fuck! Hold on a second. I was trying to get his leash. There you go.
This is called testing Kevin's ability to drive slow.
Such a cool property though.
It is.
But I definitely think that there's going to be a lot of changes now that the old lady's gone.
They might keep it in the spirit of it.
I see what you did there.
Very. Anything that way?
Nope, absolutely not. And there was nothing for Kevin. Good boy. Toby's curled up in his bowl.
Okay. Hello, Devo. So we made it to our site. Here we are. We're actually gonna eat on Kevin and Cindy's site. But there's our view. Like, yeah, that's our view. Cindy, Kevin are down over there, so I'm actually going to hook up the harness on Devo And we'll go walk over there. Come here. Hey, my camera. So we got here at 3:30. It took us like 5 hours to get here. Cindy's cooking dinner tonight, so we'll have dinner in a little bit. But first, I'm gonna walk Devo and kind of explore this little section down here. And then when I come back, we're gonna take a bike ride around without Devo. Devo getting too old for that bike ride. It's down here. That's where the rest of the people are. Come on, what are you doing, Devo? I picked some mushrooms. You guys want some?
Hi, Limpy Skippy.
Some mushrooms for you guys. Oh, tenters.
Happy, we're walking. Yeah, but that's not what.
Hello, Devo.
So here we are at Maybury Mill. So we're just off the Blue Ridge Parkway in Virginia, about 2 hours south maybe of Chris's parents. So we stopped here for picnic lunch and to give the dog and the cat a break from the drive.
Don't let the hood on Kevin's truck fool you. He's okay. He's letting his engine breathe.
Making sorghum molasses. Of course, it's America, so guns, yeah, America. And he's giving us a little tour, and I'm too far away to hear him. Oh, I'm hearing water. Oh, look, they made whiskey here. I don't know how long I'm supposed to keep this. Oh, come and hitch your horse. Or your mule, I guess. And then they would... Horse-powered machine to grind oak and hemlock bark for tanning. Mixed with water, this ground bark produced bark liquor for tanning hides. I'll tan your hide, my boy. I didn't have your face on that, which was a shame, okay, because it looked quite good.
Come on, Devo. Why you gotta fool?
Why have you got to be Devo?
Why do you have to be fool? He's like, I remember this place, it was snowing.
Yeah, was it? The last time you came here?
Right, it was.
Last time I came here, it was raining.
Well, I think it's still early in the season.
Oh, and it's still early in the season. We are pioneers. We're trailblazers.
We're recording each other.
How meta. Okay. Cheers. We're on holiday, so I'm having a drink. I had a yummy farro salad for lunch and a beer. Now this is quite a funny sign because we are told that this log cart pulled by oxen or horses eased the job of dragging logs to the mill for long hauls. Oh, to the mill, full stop. They don't agree with punctuation in Virginia. For long hauls, a wagon or sled was used. Would you like to see the log cart? It's invisible. Next on the list, lumber drying rack. Freshly sawed lumber must be dried evenly to prevent warping and checking. Glaringly obvious missed full stop there. Ed Mabry used a rack similar to this for drying lumber.
This is like a cornmeal, wasn't it?
A corn mill?
Cornmeal?
Yes. I think it was too. Here's the millstones. Well, some of them. Okay. It was a versatile mill because I know that because it tells me here. It was a grist mill, a sawmill, and a woodworking shop.
Wow. Spinning me all over the place. I'm trying to get shots.
Shots! Yes, please. Sydney and I aren't driving. Uh-oh. We got a leak.
Can you hold him?
Yes.
I don't want him coming down there.
I can hold him.
Wait here.
I'm holding him. He's going to pull me over because he's crazy. He's a crazy kid.
Look, John, it's not frozen.
They lost a bit of roof, so they've got lovely brown tarp screwed up. Anyway, it's very peaceful. We were right off the road, but the Blue Ridge Parkway is a peaceful road. Oh my God! Thank you. I almost dropped my beer. Thank you very much. Devo, come on. So basically what that sign was that I didn't read out to you was that there wasn't really enough water coming down to power the mill, so he stole some water from other sources and routed them into the same channel to power his mill. And if it leaked anything like the one nowadays leaks, no wonder he didn't have enough power for his mill. Anyway, it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool little thing. I think in here, I can't see in. Kevin's tall enough. Maybe he can see in. Oh, and there's like an old blacksmith shop or something in here. I think. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. The invisible wagon. Oh, here's a wagon. Is this the invisible wagon? There's Lucy and Twiggy up there hanging out. Homemade soap recipe. Take 1 hollow log, ash hopper, filled with ashes. Filter water through the ashes to produce lye. Add old fat to the lye solution and boil in an iron pot. The result, homemade soap. Not to be mistaken for homemade soup. Yeah. Oh, hello! Hello, lovely! He's got 2 more to go, or an hour and a half to go. Toby!
Ridiculous. It's like a recording my kids. Kind of is, isn't it?
American soldier that's left his family, left his community, and has gone off to war. And of course, he's looking down on the helmet and the rifle of a fallen soldier that's not going to be going back home to his family or his community. But General Bradley had been with Eisenhower in Africa and Sicily, and on D-Day, he was in command of all of the American ground forces that went ashore that day. But Admiral Ramsey, he was already a hero to the British people because he's the guy that sort of engineered the Dunkirk evacuation, which resulted in over 300,000 British soldiers being basically rescued from the Germans back in 1940. Of course, he was British with an Air Force background. Eisenhower was an American with an Army background. So the two of them complemented each other quite a bit, and they got along well together. And Eisenhower relied a lot on Air Marshal Tedder's input. So, again, a significant part of the planning operation. General Eisenhower here took over in January of 1944, and when he took over, some of the planning had already been done. For example, the group that was there before he took over, was under the charge of a British general. They had already selected that Normandy would in fact be the landing site. The whole purpose of this map here is just kind of to show the detail of the planning and the preparation that had to go in to this overall operation. Monty, of course, was British, and on D-Day he was in command of all of the ground forces that went ashore on the beaches of Normandy. So Omar Bradley over here actually worked for Monty on D-Day. Lee Mallory was in charge of all of the air operations, regardless of which country provided the crews and the planes. They all were under his command. He was the chief of staff to General Eisenhower, and his job was to keep Eisenhower free from as much minutia as he possibly could. You know, he had a full plate. So if you wanted to see Eisenhower or you wanted to send a paper up to Eisenhower or whatever, it had to go through Beadle Smith. And he was the guy, one of his most favorite words was no.
That's not Kevin. Is that Kevin? Kevin, come on down in here, man. Hello, Mr. Bear. What'd you say?
That you're in trouble.
Watch your head. Oh, you should have gone down in there, Kevin. There you go, down in the black hole.
Both of you bend down and say hi.
Yeah. Wait, wait. Yeah.
Oh, now you want to get it. Now maybe Daddy will get it. You don't mind it, do you? Take it down.
taking the long walk to Harper Ferry. Grew up in the mountains. Look at this shit. How's he doing it? Against his will. That's how he's doing it. See that? You gotta look in the windows.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Fall through one.
Whoa. Oh, tan your hide, my boy.